Just don't stay wrong. You didn't hear me this whole time? You didn't hear me this whole time? That was a dramatic pause. It's okay to be wrong. Just don't stay wrong. Right? And that's why the faux show bro is vital. Because the shorter moron, me, right, who thinks you could actually go down once in a while. Sure, right, yeah, we'll go down, yeah. Sometime in 2028 will be the next sell-off now, right? So if you want to keep pushing the issue, right, you want to keep thinking, all right, hey, maybe that Friday was something. Hey, maybe yesterday's sell-off into the close. Maybe that's the smart money getting out. No, nobody's getting out. Everybody's piling into the market, right? But if you want to be delusional, at least put VWAP on your chart. Because the VWAP, as I was trying to explain yesterday, is like a big open hand slap right across your face. And some people need that. I know I do. What were you thinking? You're thinking the market's going to... What were you thinking? Now get the hell out of this position right now before it gets worse. Nah, don't make me hit you again. All right, one more time for good luck. That's what VWAP and this faux show bro trade is. The reason the faux show bro works so well, right, is that it makes victims of both sides. The long trader says, oh no, it is going to get worse, and they sell. The shorter, like me, ooh, here we go, it's going to roll over, we're going to get paid, and it reverses. The long trader says, oh no, I just got stopped out. They start looking to buy back, and the rational shorter, the VWAPian shorter, who uses VWAP as his defense system, says, oh shit, I'm about to get faux show broed again. I better cover and go long. That's how you trade the faux show bro, because you're usually, well, quite often on the wrong side of it. Because if you're short already, like I was, you're breaking new lows. There's no reason to cover until it turns. The next thing you know, that here comes the turn, and you got to cover and you got to go long, like the DLTR. Come on now, you're not out of this trade, right? You've been waiting all day for it, right? You finally got the fake out, shakeout. The long trader's buying here. You got the anomaly print. Is it going to go there? I don't know. We're hoping. But if you bought it late, like I did, and I'm in here, so the VWAP break, boom, I'm in. Boring as shit. Awful. But no reason to get out. But now you can get out because you got 57 bid. But see how boring is not a reason to get out. Price is the reason to get out. So yesterday, let me show you this one trade. 10 cents made us $10. 10 cents made us $10. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So we were long STI yesterday. Linda and I, my new assistant, right? Fazoon 12. The 12th version of the Fazoon, right? The Fazoon lives again, by the way. Raging Bull. Raging Bull, you guys were there when the legend of the Fazoon was born. So Linda and I are trading STI together, and I'm teaching her a way to put stops. So we're long the trade. We're having our fun, selling into the move, putting stops on. Our last stop was 21.63. 21.63. 21.63 was our stop. The stock went to 21.72. So that 9 cents, because I know where to put stops, so Ken Griffin can't find me. You put them at very specific levels, consolidation level, bottoms of the candles. They tried to find us, but they couldn't find us. They missed us. And then the stock turned and ripped. That 10 cents kept us in a trade that exploded for 10 extra points. 10 points, because our stop was in the right place. And that is just price. These aren't moving averages, right? So if you're buying Dollar Tree, right, finally, right, we're getting paid a little bit on it. So the shorter got paid, Blue line, orange line, phenomenal, right? So I'm looking to do what? I'm the contrary trader, right? And if you're short Morgan Stanley, oh, you better be short Morgan Stanley right now. Oh, Long Johnson, I will come for your soul right now. Right? So my default is I want to play the opposite side of what the gap is. And I'm covering some Q short right now because I can't believe I'm actually making money on this trade right now. Cover, 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 cover. Yes! Thank God. Ladies and gentlemen, I just made money on the Q short. Thank you. I will be calling it a day now. Goodbye. Now that, my friends, was lucky. That was, I'm going to say that's more lucky than good. Oh, yeah, I could say I'm good, but make sure you're covering right here at 65, 605.54, done. Not covering the whole thing because that's irresponsible. But are you kidding me? Right? Look, I was willing to give it to the high of the day. I got stopped out of some at the half, right? They got me right there. That's me. But my next stop, my last stop was the high of the day. 8 cents kept me in this trade, and now I'm making money. Look at that. Morgan Stanley, right? We're still short. This has been the most boring trade. But look what it did. It never got us out. Finally. Cover it. This has been the most boring trade. After what we experienced yesterday, today is the most boring trading day. It went from the most exciting trading day to the most boring day the next day. And you got to be able to trade both. So if you could trade the most exciting day and the most boring day, then everything else is in the middle, you're going to be good. Now, why the hell are we short Morgan Stanley? Because that's our trade. So we've been short since here. And it just wasn't doing anything, wasn't doing anything, wasn't doing anything. Tested it, didn't break, rolls. That move was trying to get the weaker shorts, the undisciplined shorts, to get out. But even if it would have broke the high of the day, I was going to be willing to give it another 30-something cents to the whole number. But look how they bring it there, then it rolls. Now you cover because you waited all this time to make money. Take the money. Take the money. We just got the print. Now you finally can put a stop on it, right? Now you don't let this thing go against you. Now our patience has finally paid off. And if you're still long Dollar Tree, it's the same exact scenario. When there's no reason to do anything, you don't do anything. If there's no reason to do anything, then you don't do anything. And that Dollar Tree, let me show it to you. Once again, boring, but if you bought the VWAP, your pivot points are your stops. So if you're a buyer here, pivot point 96.92, and generally the prior, I'd like to use prior low candles, it's way back here at 96.50 or 45. So this little pullback ain't scaring me. If it would have broke here, I would have been forced to sell. So right there, this 7 or 8 cents kept me in this trade. And that's how you trade, baby. And if you didn't cover your Qs yet, get the hell out. That was lucky. We got lucky on that trade. That's the one thing. With this Q short trade, it is virtually impossible to make money short in the Qs. So if you get a lucky candle, get the hell out. Get the hell out. I don't even care anymore. Done. Right here. 85. I'm done. Shorting the Qs, man. It is the worst trade ever. Just because it works once every 6 months, it's just irresponsible. But this trading right here, price, everything that you need to do in trading. By the way, if these last 48 hours have been a clinic, we've had the most exciting day into a pretty damn boring day. But we have 0 losses on right now. No losses. Even this Q short turned into a profit just now. The Dollar Tree turned into a win. The Morgan Stanley turned into a win. And this morning, we were crushing, right? Started out like a house on fire again. Shorted the UUU, got paid, got stopped out. Breaks VWAP, got paid, got stopped out. Shorted it again, got paid, got stopped out. Didn't break all the VWAP, shorted it again, got paid. One name in a 2-point range, I've made about $1,000 just trading it, chopping and chopping and chopping, because I trade the VWAP breaks. I know where my stops are. If they get me, they get me. But then if it reemerges as a short, I'll short it again. Faux show, not going to get broed, had to cover. Then it rolls. I'm a shorter again, got paid. And now, rejected, I'm still short a little bit because it's telling me I could stay short. But if you could survive, or if you can thrive in both these days are the complete opposite from each other. But why the way we trade, patience is instilled. Fear doesn't exist. Patience is what you need on days like today. And patience always pays in every environment. But on days where it's choppy and boring, patience is the only way to make money. And how do you remain patient? Price. That Morgan Stanley trade, our eyes were bleeding watching this thing. Just awful. Out. What were we in this trade for? I shorted it over here, 65.98. Just garbage. Waiting. Oh, here we go. Yeah. No. Here we go. Yeah. No. Oh, here we go. Now. Oh, are we going to get out? No. Finally rolls over. Now you take your profit. And how do we remain patient? Because it never broke the price. So just like that STI trade, when it was 8 cents away from getting us out of our last 100 shares, that's where it made the U-turn, and the thing rocked 10 freaking points because you used proper stops, which are price, remained patient because that's price, discipline, risk reward, price, VWAP, Kenny Glick, hit the bid. It's all you need. It's all you need. And hopefully I'm going to keep doing this for the rest of my life. What am I, 50? I'll be 54 in a couple of weeks. Parties at my house. Actually, parties in Las Vegas. You coming? And if silver is at like $80, drinks are on me. So if silver's hitting 80 in February, drinks are on me, baby. You guys coming to Vegas? I'm doing a little VWAP revival tour. It's going to be a hoot. Let me know if you can come. I'll be doing 2 demonstrations of how VWAP literally saved my life. That's the theme of the show. And I'll be at the Paris Hotel. And then we have a table at the Cosmo. We'll be doing oysters and steak, and then karaoke at the barbershop. Be there for your free hat and t-shirt. And we might have a very special guest on the Schmooze. I don't know if this guy really wants to talk. He's an algorithmic trader, runs about $8 billion. Sometimes these guys don't really want to talk shop because they just don't want to. But I'm going to see if I can get this guy on the air with us Thursday. But if not, we're still doing the Schmooze. Make sure you send me your emails. Get familiar with what we're doing. Prepare for some Friday options. And then we'll put on some Rush and have a good old time, right? Who's into Rush? Brooklyn College Radio. You're listening to Kenny Glick. All Rush, all the time. Brooklyn College Radio. You and 3 other people are listening. This one's Spirit of Radio. See these last two trades? I just paid for my Vegas trip. By the way, Vegas, they're paying us to come. I got a flight from Jersey, 3-night stay at the Paris, $591. I paid $2,000 for that trip about 2 years ago. I guess they're just dying for people to come to Vegas. So anyway, how about that DLTR, right? Man, for a second you thought our streak was going to be broken, right? These trades continue to work. And now, my friends, I give you permission to sell. Now you raise your stop. All right, Linda, ready? Pop quiz. By the way, Rush, the greatest 3-person band I thought I had ever seen until I saw Muse live. Muse is today's Rush. If you don't like Muse, then get into them. Actually, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't know. I guess I'd have to say it's a tough one. What do I like better, Rush or Muse? That's a tough. I guess I gotta go say Rush. It's tough. I love me some Muse. But yeah, man, what was the first Rush concert I saw? Was Early Distant Warning was just out. Fly by Night. Fly by night away from here. What was that song? World lays on my shoulders, and what am I to do? Sometimes drives me crazy when I worry about you. No sound, no different. Well, what you gonna do? That was the first one I was at. That song was like their hit for the moment. Fly by Night was the album before that. Yeah. So hey, right? Patience, man. This has been completely the opposite of what we saw yesterday. I mean, I didn't leave the desk. I mean, it was crazy. I was there from like 6:45 till 5:15. The only reason I left was I had somewhere to go. And you want to talk about small world? You guys like yacht rock? Yeah, you do. So I go see yacht rock bands. So it's like they get together, we all, put our hats on. You like yacht rock. Everybody likes yacht rock. If you don't know what yacht rock is, it's basically Steely Dan, Doobie Brothers, Christopher Cross, and of course this song, which everybody knows. Some Jerry Rafferty. So if you know this song, and you know it because everybody knows this song, and if you don't know it yet, you'll know it in a second. Ready? So every yacht rock group usually has a saxophonist or a clarinetist. I met this lovely woman last night. Her father is the saxophonist to the yacht rock group that I go see quite often. Weird, wild coincidence. And then there's a woman who does, she might be our special guest on Thursday also with the Algo guy. One guy that was there, we started talking about markets and and she's like, maybe you know my wife. And his wife turns out to be, a talking head from Yahoo Finance back in the day. So we might have her on the show too. I'll reveal her name some other time. But yeah, my friends, this is Squadushi. kind of a day. But, if you could make money yesterday and make money today, everything else is in the middle because we've had a extravaganza into kind of like a slow grindy kind of day. You guys doing all right? Whip, whip, whip. Hall & Oates is yacht rock. Hell yeah. Cause you won't do that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Boz Scaggs. Lido. I've been to at least a dozen yacht rock shows. I mean, this group called Suit and Mai Tai. They closed the show with a 2 for Zeppelin just to show how skilled they are. And they did Black Dog into they did what's the song that comes before that one? The 2 for Zeppelin song that they always play on the radio. Anyway, they did that and they just kicked ass. And if you're in Dollar Tree, you have my permission to sell right here. Congratulations. Took long enough, right? There you go. $98. Sell. And now you got 2 stops now. Linda. Where are you, Linda? What are our 2 stops now on Dollar Tree? Come on. By the way, this is how I'm training my new trainer right here. We're working trades together. Communication is how we do this, right? And Linda's gone now for some reason. Where are you? You're not allowed to leave, Linda. You work for me now. You're chained to the desk. All right, well, Linda's not here, so I'll give you the answer. Once you sell something, especially if you've been as patient as you needed to be to make some money on this stock, right? You sell some at 98, where do you raise your stop to? 97.50 and the VWAP. So now you lock it up. Those are the only prices that mean anything to you, right? You were patient enough to hang in there with it, take the money, right? Reward yourself by taking some profits at 98. And now, see the spike down price right there? That's 55. You put your stop right underneath there at 49 and 35. You got 200 shares left. There you go. Now you just hang in there with that. And the idea is that we have this anomaly print. And we've been seeing that a lot of stocks tend to go to these weird prints for some reason. I don't know. It's just the computers have been glitching out and they're telling us where stocks are going to go. So do I think it's going to go there? It feels a little far-fetched, right? But you got to factor it in. But now once you're in the driver's seat and you bought something, you've sold something, you have your stops on. Now you call your friends Hope and Faith. Hey, girls. Hey, I met you last night at a strip club. I heard you guys are good traders as well. Well, can you help me out with this Dollar Tree? Okay, cool. And then, you hope that it goes to 100, but you're risking 50 cents now to see if you get paid some more. And by the way, let me show you something. Somebody was asking me, can I use multi-time VWAP, multiple time frame VWAP for swing trades and investments? Oh, yeah. And by the way, if anybody's short rigatoni today, Gold Star. I gave up on it earlier, and it's actually working out now. But I want to show you this SRAD trade, right? You guys know I don't own a lot of stocks. I got V-Wave, I got SRAD, I got Clove, right? That's my portfolio right now. It's a bunch of dog shit. But SRAD, very disappointed in the way I traded it, right? I've been buying the stock for over a year, right? There's the Trump candle. Almost caused me to sell it, but, I was buying from 1750. It almost gave back the whole move. And then it starts to go up. I started buying. I even bought more at $30. I think the stock's going to $50, right? Probably shouldn't have been still buying it at 30, but anyway. And then suddenly the stock got upgraded. I was like, oh no, upgrades. And again, if you know about the market, upgrades are not good. usually they upgrade a stock at highs because the analysts realize they've done something wrong. They upgraded highs. There's two ways to look at it. They're either inept, which is a lot of the time, or they're criminals, which is most of the time, right? The reason that upgrades and downgrades are bullshit, right, is that the analyst, if they have some sort of like, I don't know, reputation for doing well, again, it's not hard. You just recommend everything. Like Tom Lee, right? We don't know if Tom Lee is a genius or not. He just keeps saying market's going higher, and then he's right. Genius, right? But analysts, they seem to they upgrade after a stock has rallied 20 or 30 or 40%. Like I said, it's either they're inept, or what I believe, and I know this is true because I know it's true, they upgrade the stock to cushion the blow of the seller that they got paid by to make the upgrade itself. You follow what I'm saying? So they upgrade the stock hoping that it gaps higher on the upgrade, and their friend, the seller, comes along and starts to sell into the strength that the analyst created. Because if the seller just came along and said, look, I'm going to start unloading the stock, he's going to hurt himself. So if he can sell from a place of strength, it helps him. So he pays off his analyst friend to upgrade the stock. And when did this stock really start getting hammered? After it got 3 upgrades. And I knew I should sell it. And I didn't because I'm an investor, right? I want to hold it for the next 5 years. Investing, right? So as it's plummeting and I'm hating on this thing with a passion that you probably heard, disgusted with myself, watching a stock in a bull market have 8 out of 9 down days in a market that's going up every day, just livid. But I missed out on my chance to sell. But then it got down to this price, which is a yearly VWAP, right? You see this consolidation there. The VWAP's telling us, all right, if they're going to bleed this thing, it's probably going to get down to there. I said, all right, now that I didn't sell it, I gotta hang on and see what happens, right? And look what happened. Faux show right at that yearly VWAP. So instead of me freaking out, put my patience pants on, and I was like, all right, that's where the algo wanted to bring it. They bled this thing to death to the yearly, held it. I'm buying more. Next thing you know, we got ourselves a pretty nice 3-day rally. I'm not selling, but that's just another example of multiple time frame VWAP coming into play. And by the way, if you are still short the Qs, congratulations. That's all I can say. I mean, I was thrilled getting out of this trade. And right now, you got 3 other reasons to still be short. I needed to get out. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being short and watching the market go up. And I hope you're all short right now. So good luck. But seriously, man, this has been a day where if you haven't had patience, you probably lost on every trade. Because this Morgan Stanley was, I mean, it was awful. Right? And but it never got us out because we're disciplined. And then we got paid. Dollar Tree, discipline, got paid. Q short, I'm going to say that was lucky, but in a way, I made my own luck, right? Because it didn't break the high of the day. And I got lucky, I guess, that it didn't, because I would have covered for a loss again. But luckily it rolled over. And you know what? I got to get back into battle mode. So maybe right now, maybe this day went from being squadoushi to awesome because now we're selling off. UVXY is about to go green. So maybe this day just turned into something extraordinary now that I said it was boring, right? See how trading works? It's fantastic. And I got nothing going on except you short. So let's go. I got 1 position left. Any day now, baby. Any day. Talk about being patient. I'm still short this thing from, what is it? Seems like 2 hours ago. Just any day now, baby. Any day. All right. So if you are short the Qs, I'm rooting for you. And, again, put your caution hats on. You're seeing some blow off tops. ASTS hit the 100, blow off top right there. You're starting to see a lot of stocks. They went from all-time highs today that are rolling over, slightly bearish, right? Bank of America, some of us are short that. You kind of wait, and same thing as that Morgan Stanley, just these things didn't really want to budge. And let me go back to way back, the beginning of this morning, when I was talking about VWAP, right? Very hard stock to trade. Look at this thing. It looks like Morse code, dots and specks. That means there's no volume. There's no flow. But even this stock, when a stock's under accumulation, what they'll try to do is they'll try to bring it back to prior day VWAP to frighten people out. We, as disciplined VWAPian traders, know, hey, they're trying to scare us. And then it bounces, and you buy more here. And I'm not selling this stock. And again, famous last words, I'm not selling. But I'm not selling. I buy a little bit every day. And now, and if you guys are still in those $10 calls, we're back in business with this, especially if you dollar cost averaged on those Decembers. I keep typing in the wrong thing. But the reason I'm bringing the VWAP up, right, is somebody said, hey, so what are we doing with VWAP? I don't want that to be your go-to trade when you're with us, right? We want to take the high quality trades, and like yesterday, Goldman Sachs long, JP Morgan long, Wells Fargo long, Citibank long, Johnson & Johnson short, then the long. Today, not as abundant, but stayed true to what I believe in. I'm looking to short Morgan Stanley, got paid. Dollar Tree, I buy gap down stocks on earnings, got paid. And I'm short the UUU because I shorted this thing 3 times right now. I just covered 100 shares right here. Blue line to orange line. It's about time. Still short, not covering any more of it unless it breaks back over 26. And that's all I got going on right now. But I'm just, my bearishness has come out. Yesterday morning, if you guys saw me trading, I was a man on a mission. I'm done. Enough of these freaking stocks going up 17,000% without pullbacks. And I don't need a correction or a crash, just some rational freaking trading. Stock goes from $8 to 90 in 3 weeks. You're telling me you're never going to pull back? You're not going to give me a 10% pullback? Something? And that's all I'm looking for. Like these UUU, I was long this stock at $13, selling it at 18, thinking I'm a hero, and then it tacks on 10 more when I get out. So that is not a reason to get bearish. That's why most bearish traders lose. They're just angry about trades that left without them. And now this is definitely a short. No, it's not. Because if you thought that at 20, you got annihilated. At 25, you got annihilated. You wait. You want to short something because you're pissed? Let it be validated by VWAP. OKLO makes me sick. All of these stocks, they make me sick. I had 10,000 shares of rigatoni under $1. What happened to my life? Right? Nobody knew about rigatoni before me. I was trading the stock 6 years ago as a penny stock. Quantum 6 years ago was a fad, and then they went away, and nobody cared. So when those stocks started percolating again, I knew about all of those. QBTS, QBTR, QUBT, right? But enough with the absurdity, and I don't want to hear it. We are in a bubble. I don't know how it's going to end, but if you're denying that, then you're blind. Call it what it is. We're buying stocks because of the names of the company. That's a bubble. Enough. Make shorting great again. But don't sell your silver. bought more silver the other day. And I'm not even a Trump fan, but let me show you something pretty awesome. You guys see this one? I'm not a fan of Trump. You all know that. But damn, do I like the Gulf of America. So it's a silver eagle on the front, the Walking Liberty, and on the back, I know it's hard to see, but it says Gulf of America. It's freaking awesome. I bought 100. And just a couple of, like, about a month ago when I ordered these, they were $36. They're already like $44 now. And when silver is at $80 an ounce, drinks are on me in Vegas, hopefully by February. And if USAR tanks another 8 points, drinks are definitely on me. So let's go. My one position. Let's go. Come on. We got ourselves a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal here. Finally. All right. Oh, wait. Did I just get excited about being short? Cover. As a matter of fact, here's another stock. Oh, boy. I don't even know if you could short STI, but we've had some fun with this stock on the long side. You know it's going to come to a tragic halt, right? All of these stocks are going back to zero. STI. This is a penny stock that went to $37. What do you think? It's going to end well? The stock will be negative $4 within a month. But man, was it a lot of fun on the way back up? So sick. I don't know if you could short this one, but let's see. Nah. Yeah, it's probably better off if you're not short. But if you are short the rigatoni right now, this is the only trade that I screwed up today. And whatever. I'm not going to hit on everything, but you know, I was short and it faux showed, so I had to get the hell out, and you know, I'm left out of the party. Dog? Brody, what are you doing? But listen, if you are still short anything, good. If you're short UUU, good. Just put a stop on it. And if you're long Dollar Tree, look, don't let the money go away. We waited so long to get paid the measly dollar. Take the money. And if you are short the Qs, let's see. Nice. What are you supposed to be doing here? Right? You're at the pivot point from earlier. Cover. And now you hopefully roll over and test those prior lows. But right now, friends, you are seeing a blow off tops across the board. The IRNs. Oh, if you're an NVTS, yeah. I promised everybody I would never buy the stock again. I still think it's getting taken over. Full disclosure, the stock has beat the living shit out of me. I own this stock for close to a year, and I made $0 on it. It is just this. It's just bizarre. I never make money on this trade. I have excommunicated it from my life. But if you're in it, congratulations. I do think it's going higher, but you're already 3 points higher from where I thought it was going to be this year. And I still think NVIDIA is taking it over completely. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters now is what are we doing with the UUU? What are we doing with the Q short? So here's the easy answer. UUU 25.45. Stop right there. Don't let it go back above prior day VWAP. I don't know when this conversation got started, but that very trade, yeah, come on now. It's up 100% overnight. Dump it. Stock's going to zero. Is there a time of day where VWAP break stops being important? No. You'll get some chop sometimes. Sometimes what you get is the jiggle or the shuffle. And that's very confusing, right? Because it's breaking, it's breaking, it's breaking, it's breaking. So it's basically hovering there, right? The only thing to do at that point is nothing. Kind of like that Morgan Stanley trade, right? So just imagine this was VWAP and it was just chopping around back. You don't do anything. You got to wait till it resolves that, like this UUU short, right? These were confirmations you were chopping around, chopping around, chopping around. So you had to stay short because it's telling you can't break, can't break. Now it can't even get to the earlier high. Can't break, can't break, can't break. Roll. Cover. Now you got paid. Now you put a stop on. By the way, VWAP is going negative. See what I tell you? As soon as you get a little bit too bullish, that's when the market goes down. Very hard stock to trade. That's why I'm telling you. This VWAP, it's either going to be a monster trade or you're just going to watch it just slowly go right back to $10. It's virtually impossible to trade this stock because there's no volume, big spread. Yeah, that's why I got options. I look at it, I threw it in my kids' account. We'll check back where we are in another couple of weeks. But right now, if you are watching this market, you're seeing blow off tops. What's a blow off top? Blow off top is when a stock breaks a new high and then it reverses that day. Super, super bearish in a rational world. And I'm talking about stocks like IREN, right? You went from all-time highs to a rollover testing prior day VWAP, right? So the stock's about to go negative. That usually starts a downtrend. And when you see stocks having blow-off tops across the board, that's bearish for the market. In a regular market, we're not in a regular market anymore. So the signs that is one of those moments where what I'm seeing in this action today, boring, but kind of bearish. Usually that foretells more bearishness. Not in this market. It'll just go away and rally to the highs of the day, I'm sure, by the end of the day. So that's where you got to be cautious. So when I keep saying, hey, the market never goes down, the market never goes down, when it is going down, sure, trade it, right? It's working right now. There's no denying that it's not working, but you got to remind yourself every step of the way, this isn't going to last. The market never goes down. I should be happy with what I got. Cover some here and lower your stop because inevitably we're going higher. And even if it's not happening, you still got to keep saying that. So right now, let's say you are short the Qs, right? Keep saying it. Keep saying it all the way down to 599.72 because now you have to believe, right? You have a reason to believe you're about to go down at least 2.5 more points. But shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. But right now it's telling you should stay short. You see how you're supposed to be trading this? Don't forget, you're in an AA meeting as a shorter, right? You're doing something illegal. You're doing something detrimental to your health. But right now it feels pretty good, right? Sounds like drug addiction, right? Because it is, right? I'm addicted to shorting the market, even though I know it's bad for me. But it's working right now. Feels good. All right, get your sponsor on the phone. Hey, yeah, I'm short the market again. I know, I wasn't supposed to, but it's working right now. And then your sponsor will tell you, you know it's not going to last. You better as well cover right now and get long, you idiot. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. And here, Dollar Tree, now you're happy you sold some at 98.08, right? Because now it trades over. So you'll never go broke taking a profit, right? And if you're short the Qs right now and you're not covering, send me your address right now. I will come to your house and I will cover for you. Cover right here. I don't care that it's breaking down. Cover right here. UVXY is going green. I still want you to cover. Target is 599.73, but you have to do things where things happened once before. All right? Don't get out of your entire position at one price. Milk it. Milk it. Now you got permission. Oh, wait. Did you just feel good about being short? Not allowed to feel good about it. Put a stop on. Stop is now where it broke down from. So now 602.38. Now 602.38 is the end of the trade. You're risking $1. So now what are you doing? You're risking $1 in case it rips back in your face. And your reward is waiting for you here. You could stay short. I give you permission. UVXY is green now. right? And if you're still short UUU, I'm not covering any more yet, but I will be soon. I'm hoping for 24.50, obviously, and again, I'll stay short a little bit. But you see the Dollar Tree? Nice, right? And if anybody's still short Morgan Stanley, let's see. It's been a tough short, but now you broke down under another level. I very much expected you to get to 63 and a quarter, and you only got to 63.58. But now if you're still in this trade, that price where it broke down from is your new stop. So lock it up. 64.10. And the Dollar Tree, just like that, poof, it's over. Well, at least that got a little exciting there for a second, and I didn't mean to ruin your Morgan Stanley trade by telling you where the stops were, but just again, if you're shorting and you don't walk through the AA steps, you're going to lose. Shorting is short-lived, and they're going to die, not us anymore, because proper stops keep you from getting hurt. What? You got to see my dog. He's the cutest thing in the world. Just hiding over there with his little head. Where'd he go? Come into the shot. Come here. Come here. You want to go outside? You got to come here first. You want to go outside? You got to come here first. Get on camera. What? Come here. My dog's like a cat. Listens to us when he wants to. And by the way, I didn't mean to ruin your Morgan Stanley short there, but that just ended. See how it triggered right through that spot? Because that's where people play stops on breakdown levels. There he is. My big ass lap dog. Hey, what up? What up, Andrew? This is Brody. Oh. He's my what's it called when my comfort animal? What is he? He's my short companion. I need my safety dog to hold me when I'm shorting stocks. Hold me, I'm short. My boy. By the way, if anybody's in the market for a dog, Cavachons, the greatest dogs ever. King Charles Cavalier and a Bichon. They're like potheads. All they do is sleep, eat, and chill out. He's rambunctious for about 20 minutes every day around 5:45. He'll want to play, and then he just naps. Yeah, he's 10 years old now. Look at him. But he's still pretty spry for a 10-year-old. Yes, my good boy. Right. All right, let's go outside. Holy crap. What? Oh, outside. Let's go outside. We're going outside. Here we go. My dog only knows 3 words: outside, treat, and walk. That's it. Does not respond to any other words. All right. right. Well, I didn't mean to ruin the trades, but that might be it because I'm cutting bait on the UUU and that QQQ and the more. See, if I don't have any Morgan Stanley short anymore. I was just happy getting something out of it, but that would have been my stop, and that would have been the end of my trade, right? DLTR, right? We got to the 98. Pretty happy. Sold some at 98.08. Pretty sweet. Get stopped out of the rest 75 and 50. Trade's done. Right? QQQ. Oh, you thought you were going to stay short the Qs? Sure. Right. Yeah. Good luck with that. So proper stops. You covered some here, and then if I was still short, they probably would have got me out of some more right there, and I'd be down to the last lot of it. At the 603.03. By the way, 603.03, very important. No, he hides under the bed for everything else, actually. He's scared of his own shadow at this point. He's actually scared of thunder, scared of rain. Now he's scared of planes going by if they're too loud. Yeah. And don't come around my house on the 4th of July. My dog is freaking shot. We gave him like doggy ludes a couple of years ago. It was worse. We tried some like sedative for him for because 4th of July is it's his worst nightmare. And we gave him some like CBD for dogs. He was worse. He looked terrible. His eyes were all like droopy. I felt bad. But yeah, he's a nervous dog. Definitely has anxiety. As soon as the clouds come, he knows the thunder's coming. You could see his caution in his eyes. All right. Well, I'm glad the day got better. It's probably going to get boring again. And see that V wave going negative, right? I wish it was easy to trade because I definitely would have shorted it. And again, I like shorting stocks that I own because I feel like I'm like hedging because I'm not selling it. So I might as well just bang a short here at 11.50 and make myself $700 on 1,000 shares. Helps when the stock pulls back to short it because you're not actually losing any money. You're shorting it. And generally, I short more than what I own. That's how I actually started trading. I was just trading around my portfolio and just because every time I would sell a stock, it'd go up. So instead, I just started shorting. What are we doing Friday? Friday. I don't know, Friday. Let's see. So I'll leave you with this. Spoke with the crypto guys. We're putting together my own coin. I'm not joking. I think it's going to be very successful. We have all the pillars of a successful launch. I'm doing it with professional guys that have launched stuff before. I've got people that have helped, worked at Voyager, worked at Kraken. People have done airdrops. These guys are also at this weird website called pump.fun. I'm learning a lot about the industry right now. And hopefully by Christmas, we put our own coin out. And it's going to be basically, awesome. Limited supply. And then we'll make some t-shirts. Hopefully we'll be in this thing by time we go to Vegas. We'll make all kinds of shirts with our logo on it and walk around Vegas promoting this thing. I think it's going to be huge. My goal is to take over the popularity for Dogecoin. We're going to be the next Dogecoin, but with not an unlimited supply. See, I'm going to have a limited supply. And if you are still short the Qs, that's it. There's the 603.03. It's over. So, and if you did short V-Wave, congrats, because that's proper trading. And this is a great time to tell this tale right here. Just because I like something and I think a stock's going higher, my only trade that matters intraday is 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversals. They keep working. And I know there's not a lot of volume on this thing, but this is a perfect example of, trading. I could think a stock's going to 50, like USAR. I've shorted USAR probably 20 times in the last 3 trading days. I still think it's going to $50, but the short has been paying. So I just keep going back to it, and it worked again today. Right? It's not about what I think. It's about what is happening, especially as a day trader. And then you could go back to your swing trades and long-term aspirations. But yeah, I got a lot of good people behind this coin already. Professional people in the industry, hedge fund guys. I think it's going to be really good. And, again, I'm going to make a bylaw. I'm going to have incentive programs to not sell it, because I don't want everybody running to the exits every time this thing moves up a little bit. I'm not selling. I'm going to try to have I'm not going to put numbers on it, but, at least 5x. Because if it is successful, we're talking, 20, 30, hopefully. And then we call Scaramucci and get him involved, and we dump it to him. Like he tried to dump Algorand onto us. Remember that? So if our coin goes from 50 cents to 250, I'll call Scaramucci, get him in at 250. Like he tried to dump that Algorand on us. Yeah, because that worked out real well. Remember Scaramucci? Yeah. He came on our show pumping Algo at $2.50. And he said it's got he's looking for a 250,000% return. I was like, what did he just say? 250,000%? So 2,500 times my money? What are you saying? And then this thing went from 250 to 9 cents. Well done. I bought it at 9 cents. I'm still in Algo now. Any day, Scaramucci. Any day. Again, the whole business is a pump and dump. We all know that, right? The biggest pyramid scheme in the history of mankind. Whether it all blows up one day, who cares, right? You're in Bitcoin. I'm in Bitcoin from 800. I can't believe. I'm in from 8,000. I can't believe what I'm looking at. I got friends that are in from $300. The same guy that got me in at 8,000, he's still in from 300. Living with a $20 million nut. Guy, kid's 20, was he 27 now? Maybe 30. He's worth $20 million. It's insane. It's insane. But you know what? Everything he told me to buy, Tron. No, I bought Tron. Ripple, Tron, Doggy Coin, Algo. I'm still in the same crap that I was back in the day. And then soon we'll see Glick coin, even though it's been taken. I can't believe there's 3 Glick coins out there already. So I don't want to tell you the name of the coin. It'll be a great name. Most of the names are taken. Fraud coin was one I really wanted to do. Scam coin, fraud coin, you will lose coin. That's taken. Everything's taken. It's so funny. All right, I'm out of here. Good luck, my friends. Today was a clinic on how to be patient. And patience paid off, especially hello with the Dollar Tree trade, right? Come on now. Got every freaking penny we could out of that trade. Huh? You like that? Right? And by the way, take a moment when you do sell something at the high and then it goes right back below to below where you bought it. Give yourself a pat in the back every once in a while, right? If you're like me, all I do is complain. I don't know if you're like me. I could do 80 trades a row for profitability. I get one trade wrong, that's all I'm going to be talking about. It's all I talk about. I don't know why, but I think that's because of my mom. I'm like a born pessimist. I'm a negative Nancy, basically. So every once in a while, when you do something right, just say, "Hey, good job." Good job. All right. On that note, I'm going to go play with my dog. I'll see you, and I'll see you later. We're doing a little thing at 3:30 tonight, me and Spence, and then Schmoozeriski. Schmooze. The schmooze. I got two guests possible. One guy, if he shows up, will be something special, but he's a reclusive trader, doesn't really like to talk, runs $8 billion in money, does his thing. I don't know if he's going to come on the show, but he's a big algo guy. We're dying to get him to talk to my boy Solid. Yeah, I'm right there. Hold on. And then I met somebody. Yeah. But anyway, even if there's no guest, I'll be there. Solid will be there. And we'll keep this party going. All right. Peace.